I think with 2 or 3 weeks,
If it is,
we'll leave, because there's no reason for us to do this. Now, it's possible that we'll make a deal before that, because we'll hit bridges, and we've hit some. We'll hit some bridges. Got a couple of nice bridges in mind. But if they come to the table, that'll be good.
President Trump wants Iran to open Hormuz Strait. He says if Iran refuses to open the strait, Iran's whole civilization will die. The time is 8 p.m. Eastern Time on Tuesday. About 20% of global oil goes through Hormuz. The price of oil globally has increased since Iran's closure of Hormuz Strait. Kag Island, bridges, and other infrastructural facilities of Iran have been struck. So Trump's threats are not hypothetical, they are real. All the targets mentioned in Trump's warnings have been hit. So Iranians are avoiding traveling on rails because it's part of Trump's target. A whole civilization will die tonight, never to be brought back again. This is not his first ultimatum. On 21st March, Trump threatened to obliterate Tehran's power plants within 48 hours. Later, he postponed the strikes to 28th of March. 2 days later, he extended that deadline again. He said talks with Iran are productive, but Iran denied it. Then, he extended the deadline by 10 days to April 6. He said the April 6 deadline is final. He added that Iran can be taken out in one night. Listen to him.
The entire country can be taken out in one night, and that night might be tomorrow night. We have a plan, because of the power of our military, where every bridge in Iran will be decimated by 12 o'clock tomorrow night, where every power plant in Iran will be out of business, burning, exploding, and never to be used again. I mean, complete demolition by 12 o'clock.
This time, Trump is spitting fire and everybody is afraid. His deputy has buttressed these threats. Listen to what he has to say.
The ball is in the Iranians' court. Now, I think the president has talked about this. One thing I will say is that the Iranians were not the fastest negotiators before the war started, and they are certainly not the fastest negotiators now. So we recognize there's some delay sometimes in transmitting messages from one person to another, but we feel confident that we can get a response, whether it's positive or negative. We're going to get a response from the Iranians by 8 o'clock tonight.
American President Donald Trump has declared that some countries in NATO are bad allies. NATO didn't stand with America in the ongoing war, especially when America needed allies to join forces with to force Iran to open the Hormuz Strait.
We've had some very bad allies in NATO. I hope you're all watching that, Scott, because we had some asks. And, you know, we spend trillions of dollars on NATO. And when we need them, which we never do, we didn't need them here either. To be honest, I was really asking because I wanted to see what they do. We didn't.
America claims that Iran's ballistic missiles and nuclear projects are down by roughly 90%. Also, Iranian Navy has been decimated because about 150 of their naval vessels have been destroyed, including 92% of their largest vessels. Right now, the Iranian Navy has no vessels operating in major regional waterways because they no longer have the ability to project Navy.
Back to the ongoing major combat operations in Iran. Operation Epic Fury is moving ahead successfully and according to plan. With each passing day, the United States military is increasing its advantage over the terrorist Iranian regime. More than 11,000 enemy targets have been struck to date, each strike further crippling the regime's offensive and defensive capabilities and creating more leverage for the United States and our allies. Compared to the start of the operation, Iran's ballistic missile and drone attacks are down by roughly 90%. The United States is also decimating the Iranian regime's navy, We have destroyed more than 150 of their naval vessels so far, including 92% of their largest vessels. The Iranian Navy has no vessels operating in major regional waterways and no ability to project naval power, which is why they've been assessed as combat ineffective. Our military continues to obliterate Iran's defense industrial base, with nearly 70% of their missile, drone, and naval production facilities and shipyards damaged or destroyed thus far, significantly reducing their ability to pose future threats in the region. U.S. and Israeli joint forces control the skies and have asserted air dominance over Iran, completing more than 11,000 successful combat flights thus far. The trend remains clear. The United States is conducting more intense, targeted strikes with devastating combat power with each passing day to destroy the threat posed by the Iranian terrorist regime, as President Trump sought out to do a month ago. It's no surprise that we are seeing the remaining elements of the regime become increasingly eager to end the destruction and come to the negotiating table while they still can. Despite all of the public posturing you hear from the regime and false reporting, talks are continuing and going well. What is said publicly is, of course, much different than what's being communicated to us privately. As a result, President Trump issued a 10-day pause to postpone planned strikes on Iranian power plants and energy infrastructure. This remains a truly once-in-a-generation opportunity for the regime to make a good deal with the United States, permanently abandon their nuclear ambitions, and stop acting as the world's leading state sponsor of terrorism.
The good news came when a 2 week ceasefire deal was struck by America and Iran. As a result of this, President Trump has ordered US military to stop firing for 2 weeks. Iran has also agreed to open the Hormuz Strait, and the Supreme Leader, Ayatollah Mujtaba Khamenei, has ordered all Iranian military units to stop firing. In his address, Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu has made it clear that this truce does not apply to Lebanon.